This is a no BS guide to coding degrees. At the cost of my watch time, I've left timestamps in the description because I respect your time. Should you go to college based on the college's prestige? If you can get into any of these colleges, don't even think about it. What the hell are you doing on this video? Go to college. These colleges are so prestigious for computer science that even just seeing it on a resume is going to get you hired, and most companies will come to you and try to hire you out of college. If you go to any of these colleges, they're still very good. They're not as prestigious as the last tier, but it's not even a question about should you go or not. If you can get into any of these colleges, just go to them. If you can get into any of these colleges, it's still pretty good for the computer science program, but it is not as instant hireability on a resume as the previous colleges. So you could make a very strong argument if you really hate the idea of college, the idea of 4 years in the debt and all of that, to not go to college. But still, generally, you should go to college. You can get into any of these colleges. And finally, while these colleges are very prestigious, in fact, one of them is an Ivy League, I know that for a fact, their computer science program is not prestigious enough to really say you're going to get hired right out of college. So at this level, the college prestige of the name is not going to matter as much. And then obviously any other college, community college, or just any other normal college in the USA that you might be able to get into, generally speaking, you're not going to have employers coming to your college trying to hire you out, and you're going to have to do more than just go to college to get hired. As a quick tip, if you don't fall into any of the prestigious colleges I listed earlier, I recommend just going to community college for the first 2 years. It doesn't matter what you put on your transcript because just having a computer science degree from any college at that point will be the same effect. Another deciding factor to college is should you go based on your CS specialty. Starting from the specialty that requires college degrees the least, web development generally does not require a degree in any capacity, and any portfolio can generally beat a degree if you can prove that you know what you're doing. The same goes for mobile development as well. Both of these niches really don't need a degree to become good at them, and a lot of tools online can help you self-teach yourself. Now, for game design, this is where I'd say you could argue you might want a college degree for this. A lot of game studio stuff requires a lot of concepts that are taught in college that can be applied pretty well, but there's a lot of indie game developers who are very passionate about game development and very good at game development that could probably beat most college graduates for the same amount of time put in. So if you're really good at game design or really love it, you don't need to go to college, but a degree might be able to help you. For cybersecurity, I'd say it's a 50-50 split. On one hand, a degree will help you get a job a lot easier, and it's going to teach you a lot of important concepts. But on the other hand, you can also do certifications, you can do capture the flag events, hackathons, etc., and they can also get you a job. So if you really don't want to go to college, you could make an argument not to go and get a cybersecurity degree and get down that route instead. Now for AI, data science, and machine learning, this is where you can make an argument that you should probably go to college. There's a lot of advanced math in these fields that are best taught in a college environment and are much easier to learn in a degree program rather than trying to self-teach yourself. So this is where you could say it's probably better to go to college and try to self-teach. However, if you really detest the idea of going to college for whatever reason, you could self-teach yourself this and might be able to get away with it. But you should probably go to college for this route. Now for systems, embedded, and low-level programming, this is where I'd say you really should go to college. There's a lot of advanced concepts and a lot of deep and complicated concepts in these kind of fields that college is really good at teaching at for whatever reason. A lot of colleges will spend way too much time on low-level programming, but most people are only going to go to high level. However, if you are going into low level, you can absolutely take advantage of this to get a very good insight from someone who knows what they're doing. There's not a lot of resources online to self-teach yourself this kind of low-level programming and stuff like this. So this is a part where I would say you probably should go to college for this. This is going to help you a lot. For research, R&D, academia-related, computer science, you need to go to college. That should not even be a question. And you probably need to do more than just a bachelor degree to actually succeed in this field. Okay, here are the main reasons to go to college for a coding degree. Everyone knows that networking is probably the most important part of a coding degree. Everything is tied to it. Businesses, institutions, they all expect you to go to college. That's why it's always the mainstream area to go to. A lot of businesses will only hire out of college. If you go to college, you're going to be given a lot of networking opportunities. It's probably the most accessible place to have this chance. And also, if you refer to the little chart at the bottom, A lot of colleges have systems or programs like this where they introduce you to concepts one at a time, slowly take you through more and more advanced concepts in a CS program. It's very hyper focused. It's going to be very targeted. You're going to get a very consistent education throughout your time in your degree. In addition to that, you're going to be able to decide your niche. If you don't know what CS degree or route you want to take, you'll be able to take a lot of classes in different areas, such as statistics, software engineering, data structures, algorithms, stuff like that. You're going to be able to look through which one you might prefer and decide which niche you want to go into from there. So this is a great opportunity to do that. You're going to learn a lot of soft skills, communication skills, working with other people. These are skills you'll only really develop in college. It's going to be a lot harder to develop them outside of college. So this is a great place to also pick those up. A very slept on thing. A lot of people don't realize just how important college is for growing as a person. And finally, it's not as prevalent, but a lot of HR filters will automatically disqualify you just for not having a coding degree. While this is not an end-all be-all, it is something to note that you will be filtered out of a lot of potential opportunities just because you don't have a coding degree in your resume. It's not a great system, but that's just how it is. Those were the reasons to go. These are the reasons not to go. College is very academic, and coding is very technical. The problem with college is that it still has a liberal arts stance, but computer science is probably one of the few degrees where you really should not have any liberal arts. It should be all technical because that's all coding is. It's just about getting stuff out through a systematic output. While there are some arguments that liberal arts enhances the mind and makes you think more, I strongly disagree with coding. I think you should just be fully into the technical aspect and fully immersed in getting stuff shipped, produced, and outputted because that is more important and essential in working a career or a job in coding. On top of that, you're going to be taking a lot of unnecessary classes. If you already know your niche, unlike the previous positive where I said that you can sample your niche, if you already know your niche, you're going to be taking a lot of unnecessary classes, exposing you to concepts that don't really matter. For example, if you were going into game design, if you're having to take a class about low-level languaging, you're not really going to use that. It's just a waste of time, and you're learning stuff that could be put into game design to make you more advanced in that concept. College debt is really crippling, and a lot of people will take huge debt going to college, not think about it, and when they're 22, they finally realize when they graduate, oh my god, I have to pay $200,000 off. I'm going to be paying this for the rest of my lifespan. While some colleges, it might be justified for the pay. If you're going into a college like Harvard and you have to pay $60,000 a year to go, I still say that's worth it. A lot of these colleges do not justify the price for what you're getting from the degree, and you're not going to get the money back. So keep that in mind. The debt can be crippling. And finally, the most important point is that a degree does not actually guarantee you or entitle you to any sort of job. A lot of computer science majors realize this after they graduate and realize they didn't do anything other than just do the degree, and no one wants to hire them still. It doesn't prove that they know what they're doing. This is a post typo from 2 years ago. Now it's probably going to be worse, so just keep that in mind. Just because you go to college and do all that work and studying and pay all that debt does not even mean you will get a job anyway. If you weighed the pros and cons and decided to go with the pros and decide to go to college, here's how to approach it to get the most out of it. I'm not going to waste your time on this. Just take your advisor's advice on the career and classes to take. He's going to give you the best path. Don't overthink this. Focus on functional learning over theory or history. A lot of computer science programs will teach you stuff that isn't really relevant. If you're not actually learning something that's going to be functional, something you can actually do at a career or a job, I'd say it's not as important. Don't focus in it as much. Don't hyperfixate on core classes. A lot of people get caught up trying to pass with an A in like history. Why? Don't worry about that too much. It's really not going to help you in any way whatsoever. So if you don't mind tanking your GPA just a bit, I'd say it's okay to kind of slack off in that if you're redirecting your focus into a computer science program or you're working internship at the same time. Obviously, do what you gotta do, but fixate or spend most of your energy on stuff that actually matters in coding, which is computer science classes. And finally, projects are 90% of growth. A lot of professors already know this. That's why a lot of classes will give you more projects than they actually spend time teaching, which is a good thing. But just know that projects are going to be what you learn from. Sitting in class and just hearing someone yap is not going to teach you anything. Doing stuff is where the learning takes place. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're taking advantage of all networking opportunities, career fairs, hackathons, clubs, professors, alumni. These are all great examples of things that you can be taking advantage of to further your career. Do keep in mind that these things will not come to you. You might have to come to them or at least sign up for them. You might get emails and stuff saying this is an opportunity. Take advantage of these opportunities. I promise you, These are some of the best chances you will get to get a job instead of graduating and then having to figure it out by yourself, which I promise you is really rough. Don't be one of those people. All right, for the final stage, here's how to leave college successfully. Internships are going to be your bread and butter in college. Your GPA does not matter as much if you can get any sort of internship because it's always going to outweigh any sort of academic award. For example, someone with a 3.0 GPA but a year of experience in an internship is always going to beat someone with a 4.0 GPA but no experience. Get an internship as soon as possible. The advice is to get it in your junior year. I'd say apply even earlier. You do not want to be one of those guys in their senior year plus trying to apply, struggling, and then getting out of college and having to take an unpaid internship on their own money because they couldn't get an internship earlier. Remember, a lot of these internships in tech companies are going to be unpaid just because the market is a bit saturated right now. So please, if you're going to do that at any time, do it while you're in college and they're paying for your food and your housing instead of doing it after. If you go through internships while you're still in college, when you graduate, you can actually get paid a decent salary and can justify getting a junior or a mid-level role. This is probably the only time you can get away with getting an internship that is unpaid and even paid and can take a lower pay cut just to get the experience. Before I tell you guys about my Discord, if you watch this video and either you don't think it was comprehensive, you don't think it was good, or you just have anything to say about any points I made and you just want to address them, leave a comment. I'll try and respond to it and just see what you guys have to say. Otherwise, though, I do have a Discord. If you do want to join that and ask me there, that's also fine. But I'll see you guys in the next video.